Take off the Sandro pay, 5-day stay, take up for the meal, hella fine. Take off the fuck flag, take off perception, take off the cop with the iPad. Take off the allure, take off the unsure, take off decisions I lack. Take off the fake deep, take off the fake woke, take off the I'm broke, I care. Take off the gossip, take off the new logic that if I'm rich, I'm real. Take off the should know, take off the doje, take off the Birkin bag. Take all that designer off and what do you have?
You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping or what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Get back in pocket. The world in a panic, the women is stranded, the men on the run. The profits abandoned, the law take advantage. The market is crashing, the industry wants to sleep in the box while they making a mockery following us. This ain't Monopoly, watching for love. This ain't monogamy, y'all getting jumping on what the hell is that? I gotta relax when I feel. All my descendants, they come in my sleep and say I am too real. I'm done with the sensitive, taking it personal. Done with the black and the white, the wrong and the right. You hoping for change and miracles. I know the feelings that came with burial cries. You ugly, you out of pocket. 2 ATMs, you stepping or what? You out of pocket. Who you think they talk about us? You out of pocket. Who you think they carry up us? Serving up a look, dancing in a drop. Hello to the big step, but never lose a count. Venting in the safe house. Venting in the safe. Can I vent out my truth? I got nothing to lose. I got problems and booze. I can swim with my fate. Cameras moving whenever I'm moving. The family suing whatever I make. Murder is stacking. The president acting. The government taxing my funds in the bank.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Buffalo Bills and the Washington Commanders. The veteran Joey Sly set to get us started, and we are underway in our nation's capital. From his end zone, Isaiah McKenzie. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
Mike 5. It's been a long day for you.
They'll run on first down with Singletary. They find some open field here. He's at the 40. Past the 20. And they do finally get him, but he makes it all the way to the 6. A huge play there right off the bat, and even 70 yards. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. They'll run with Cook. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. James Cook. A 6-yard touchdown run. And the Bills need just 2 plays on their opening drive to take the early lead. On paper coming in, you'd say that these guys are the better team by far, and they sort of showed their superiority there on the opening drive.
Yeah, they came in the heavy favorite in this game, and even though they're on the road, they just wiped it away, didn't they? They've just said to everyone, we're the better team. We just showed it to you on this opening drive, and we expect to do it all game long.
After the touchdown, Bass to kick it away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Wentz bringing the Commanders up for 1st and 10 at their own 24.
74. 74. Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in there, half. Mike's 49.
Throwing is Wentz. Being chased, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Wentz steps away to his left. And he's going to go down again. Ed Oliver that time, the one to get in there and bring him down.
Well, it's apparent that these guys are getting after it right from the opening kickoff. They roll right downfield and score on their first possession. And here on defense, back-to-back sacks. Someone is ready to play.
Mike, 49. You remember me? You remember me? Let's go, baby. 49. 49's a Mike. 49's a Mike. Tackles.
On 3rd and long, it's Wentz. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. Back deep, Nyheim Hines. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline.
Go, boys, bring it up.
At the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Let's get some penetration.
A play fake to Singletary, and now it's Allen. Flush to his right. The ball comes out, and it's Washington that scoops it up.
We have seen this before, and we know coaches preach about this and work on it all the time. Catch the ball. You know there's going to be some traffic somewhere. They've got to put it away and secure it as they try and get downfield.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And the last drive, their first drive, 3 and out. What changes here, if anything?
I think it's making sure the guys that you trust the most with the ball, the biggest playmakers you have, that they touch it on this possession to try and get things moving.
So get it to the horses.
Without a doubt, they're the ones that typically end up in the end zone.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
81. Mike, 49. Watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Now Wentz. They'll roll him out right. He's got the hookup downfield to Samuel. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
That is the exact right play call against that defense. So a hat tip to the offensive play caller because he won that part of the chess match. But give credit to his players as well. They won the execution part of it.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. From the gun, it's Wentz. Open man is the tight end, John Bates. He's got room at the 30. A huge play there for Washington. 43 yards.
That's good. For Washington. First and goal at the 8-yard line.
Now Wentz.
Mike, 49. Check.
Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Bates. Good yardage on 1st down. Now can they punch it in on 2nd and goal? They'll try to run with Gibson. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson punching it in from a yard away. And the Commanders are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive.
Right here.
Last time out, remember, they fumbled the football. That led to the touchdown. And, Charles, they were in the red zone, so that's a backbreaker. They got to try to pick up the pieces here on this drive.
Yeah, and I actually started to do the math here, so be patient with me. 12-point swing is the way I calculate it because not only did they drop the ball in the red zone, they watched the opponent score a touchdown right after that. So their goal, have a drive here and try and get some of those points back.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Defense wins championships, baby. 59.
Throwing is Allen on third.
Let's make these babies cry.
Dancing to his left. And this is taking him one-handed. What a catch. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space.
And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with a football already being in the red zone. On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. To throw is Wentz. Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. 4 yards on the touchdown grab. And the Commanders have taken the lead. So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got them this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
McKenzie now from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense gets ready here for this drive, Charles, you still wonder about that prior drive. Went for it on 4th down in their own territory, didn't get it, and then that led to a touchdown on the other side.
And I don't mind the aggressiveness. In fact, I'm usually a huge fan of it. But I just want teams to always weigh risk and reward. To me, too early in this game because the reward just wasn't big enough to go for it there in case they failed. Now the pressure back on their offense to pick themselves up and negate the touchdown that was just given up.
I got you, boy. I got 52. Take 4.
Back to the ground, this time Cook. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On play action, Allen. Going deep for Diggs. Oh, that's into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Cameron Curl. And the Commanders force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Wentz now to throw. Eluding the pressure right. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38.
I like this focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
4 down. 49, guys. Mike, 49.
On play action, it's Wentz. Sliding out of the pocket. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
When you're a capable runner, oftentimes your quarterback coach, your offensive coordinator, they love to see you break the pocket and go ahead and take off. I think he could have gotten vertical and picked up something there. Instead, he pushed it downfield, incomplete.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
Mike's 49.
Here's Wentz to throw. Taking a shot for Samuel.
I'm coming after you.
That's caught inside the 20. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Throwing now is Wentz. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Gibson here running out of the gun. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive.
Shit! Alert flare! Alert flare!
To throw, it's Wentz. Out route looking for McLaurin. He's got him. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Watch the run! Check!
Hey, other side, solid. Hey, rip 5-2, hot here.
Mike's 49! Check Mike! 49's the Mike, watch 49! Army!
They'll go for it. It's Wentz. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Micah Hyde. And the Bills are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. Well, I appreciate the aggressiveness trying to go for it there on 4th down, but you're in the red zone, had 3 points in your back pocket. Instead, Charles, they throw it away.
Certainly a big call to go for it on 4th down. As you said, in the red zone, definitely going to cost them 3 points, and we'll see how that affects the game as time goes on.
And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter.
He's crashing!
Allen off the play fake. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's McKenzie. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. The previous play, they barely got back to the line of scrimmage. Now they pick up over 30 yards.
Let's go. 580!
On the ball. Check. Lucky.
First down, and they're going to throw with Allen. And this is Cook with a grab. Room here to run. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And when you're throwing the ball downfield really well like they have been on this drive, it's really a nice time to work one of the screen plays in. One of my favorite play callers in the game has always told me he starts every game with 10 to 12 screens because if he starts feeling the pressure from the defense, he uses their aggressiveness against them. It sort of looks like they still have some fight in them on this series because it seemed like things were headed for the red zone. But if this defense gets 2 more stops, they can keep them out of that area.
Hey, check 24.
Tight dog.
Half 85.
On play action, Allen.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
He finds his man complete. It's McKenzie. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
And this is caught for a Bills touchdown. Gabriel Davis, 28 yards. And the Bills are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by Bass, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away.
Let's go, baby.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Mike's 49.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Jordan Poyer. And the Bills are going to take possession of the football.
You can easily see the logic. It's a tie game. They just wanted to press it a little bit right before the half, hoping to get one more score.
Yeah, easy to second-guess the result, but now you have to think after that interception, just a field goal, and they're behind at the break.
Yeah, I think at the half, the head coach just says, look, that's on me. I wanted to press it, but it's because I believe in you guys.
First down, here's the run with Cook. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number one. So on second down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. The kick by Bass is good. And that will do it for this first half. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. But Charles, we saw a pretty entertaining first half, close ball game. Remember there toward the end of the second quarter, the opposition scored to take the lead. Now we'll see if these guys can get a score of their own to regain that lead.
Yeah, they want to have that type of a response, don't they? Because they want to find a way to take control of this ball game one more time. Gauntlet's been thrown down. They want to see if they're ready to answer it.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9. A give up the middle to Gibson. And he stopped after a gain of 1. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
A gain of a yard brings up 3rd and 1.
Wentz to throw on 3rd and 1. Completes it to Samuel. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. Forget the run on 3rd and 1. They shock the D and rip off a pretty big play.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on 3rd down, that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
He was brought down by
Empty.
Now on 2nd and 13. Wentz flushed out right. And this is caught. It's so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
In our pregame meeting, all they talked about was keeping him hemmed in and wanting him to make his throws from the pocket because they knew he was pretty dangerous if he got outside, and he just showed it right there. Pretty good arm, too.
Robinson is into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Well, nothing fancy there, Charles. You had 3 tight ends on the field. They were going to run the football. The defense knew it, but the defense couldn't stop them.
And I haven't met an offensive line yet that doesn't get more satisfaction out of running the football into the end zone than pass protecting. They had determination on their side, and they got it done.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. McKenzie will not return this, and it will be brought out to the 25. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And they'll be working from behind now following the touchdown a moment ago on the opening drive of the half.
I think the guys right now, as they go out on offense, they're zeroing in on one big key. They don't have to do anything differently just because they're down on the scoreboard now. The intent, still the same in what they plan to do on offense. Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here, and what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Right back to Singletary on second down. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. 89 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Well, someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. They go right back to Singletary. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
If you're a coach, you'll absolutely take that run every time on first down, because it really sets you up to go in a number of directions here on second.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Allen going to give this one to Singletary. And they'll hold him to 3 there as he takes this up to the 47.
Well, praise has to go to the guys on the offensive line, because they've had a very nice, productive day running the football. How about that poor defensive line? They've been knocked around the entire game, and while they slowed them down on that run, can they continue to do so? Because they haven't had much success throughout this ball game.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's 1st and 10. So the shotgun snap to Allen. The throw on target to his receiver, McKenzie. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59. Let's go, D.
Singletary, they'll go up the middle. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
Play action. Now it's Allen.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
That's going to be caught. Touchdown. Gabriel Davis with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Bills, on the final play of the 3rd quarter, have taken the lead. So a very strong first drive in the second half, Charles, as they've turned that halftime deficit into a 3rd quarter lead.
And they were pretty purposeful there, weren't they? Measured in their approach. But boy, they executed awfully well, moving the ball down the field.
And they will not have time to get another play in here as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Here's Bass now to send it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. We certainly have a good one on our hands. They're trailing after that last touchdown, but now a chance for this offense to try to snag that lead right back here in the 4th quarter. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Wentz going to throw. Rolling to his right. Wentz can pull it down when he needs to, and the 6'5" quarterback picks up the first down. Straight ahead, Gibson. And able to get this one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. 50 yards rushing for him now in the ball game.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently.
49.
Play action. Now Wentz. He'll buy some time right. Winds up and lets it go for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
Looked like both sides were anticipating a quick throw there, and the defense was ready to jump in and deny it, and they did.
Heavy on the edges. Mike's 49.
On third down, here's Gibson. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
3.
Throwing on first is Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And here we are in the fourth quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there, not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Now Wentz. Forced out to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. 4 yards there as they let him out of the pocket, and he got enough for the first.
They're not out of it yet, but in order to come back, they need to play clean football the rest of the way. He makes the correct read there, passing on challenging a blanket coverage and getting the first down with his legs instead.
Wentz now on first down. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there.
Check.
Oh, what a heck of an effort there as he'll make the diving catch. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
You can't block me. You can't. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike. I got you.
Now a play fake. Wentz on the move to his left.
You're all mine.
And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's 4th down.
I think that was a good job there defensively. They did allow him to drive all the way downfield, but once they got their backs to the goal line, they really turned up the pressure.
Yeah, they let him get all the way down here. Now the field shrinks. They've struggled to convert, and that last incompletion brings up 4th.
Two jet.
Hey, keep it up.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
49. 49's the Mike. 49's the Mike.
Now Wentz, gotta have this one. And this is taken in for a Washington touchdown. Curtis Samuel from 10 yards out. And the Commanders answer back with a touchdown of their own to take a 4th quarter lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. As this offense comes back out here, Charles, they're trailing in this ball game. And they've been on the sideline for a while. They did score their last time out, but they just had to watch that long, sustained drive, so we'll see if they can shake the rust off.
Yeah, and that's always a question that you have when you have to come off the bench after having sat there for a long time. Are you ready to go? Are you loosened up? But even more so, are you mentally alert and ready to put your best product out there?
On second down, Cook. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
Throwing is Allen. Buying time to his left. This one into the hands of Crowder downfield. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Partner, they're clearly saving those timeouts, but they still have to work with some urgency to put themselves in the right position.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Check 55, Mike. Hey, here I come.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. And the Commanders have just about sewn up this football game. Well, you knew you had to take some chances here with the clock winding down, needing a touchdown to win it. And that one might have just sealed their fate.
Yeah, and that's the nature of the 2-minute drill. The offense trying to go downfield and make their plays. But defenses, they're sitting back watching everything that they do, but not too far back. They want to be in position to make a play on the ball, and that they did.
Now the Bills will use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this fourth quarter. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running.
Oh, a contested ball here, and it's going to be caught. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10.
Watch twist.
Oh, look at this. Wentz going to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he fires one incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10.
49.
Back to throw. Wentz.
3 buzz.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Well, there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time, and that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And that one will drop incomplete. 4 seconds remaining now in this half. Likely time for just one final play.
Mike's 49.
Now Wentz. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. Well, CD, you know, anytime they get close to the red zone, he is such a threat, and there he is again already, his 2nd touchdown of the ball game.
And I know it's probably a little bit of a failing on my part, but you know I watch a game through defensive eyes, and I don't understand what the coverage was doing there. When he headed out deep, they should have adjusted and flowed towards him. Instead, they left him out there and gave him a chance to make a big play. And, of course, he did exactly that. His size, speed, and versatility makes him a top target in any game.
I told my boys it ain't no limit. Told all my dogs it ain't no limit. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
I'm whipping in track out with messed up suspension. I drove it so fast that I blew out the engine. I kept it too real ever since the beginning. I play offensive D, I might switch my position. Lil' mama was thirsty, so I had to quench. I'ma drive real fast, cause you know I shoot quick. Just like traffic Kelsey, I be having emotions. Just like a lamb, man, you know I'm exploding. My heart cold, bad, I ain't got emotions. I'm going hard, yeah, you know I'm devoted. We running streets, yeah, you know we control it. She love the kids, she be busting it over. I'm quarterbacking like I'm Kyler Murray. Trying to win, I'm up at practice early. Going crazy, I just run the jersey. It's the first half, and we done dropped 30. We just up to scoring them boys, man.
I told my boys, it ain't no limits. Told all my dogs, it ain't no limits. Put your head in the game, head in the game, head in the game. Head in the game, head in the game.
Money on my mind, head in the game. It's like I scored again, diamonds on them dance. I can hear the music playing with them bands. Crowd going wild, dived in the fans. I'm locking in on a mission, I'm turning my vision. You young, you should get like me. I got your shorty, she with me. I gave her a jersey, I told her to join my team. It's best you go where it's safe. You know how I play. I get to a sack like Frank. You can teach money to fly. I turn it at hop. I catch it and go to the bank. It's crazy, I'm used to the lights. I'm shining so bright. This visor cover my face. You see me working and working, I'm getting it done.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Tonight, we've got a good NFC matchup in store between the San Francisco 49ers and the Washington Commanders. The veteran kicker, Robbie Gould, set to get us started, and we are underway from FedEx Field. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one.
Record. 51's the mic, boys. 51. Woohoo!
Wentz to throw on the first play from scrimmage. Flushed out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
Now Wentz on third down. They'll roll him out right. And he finds McLaurin. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Well, that's one way to convert on third down, picking up 26 yards.
Now, that's all about making something happen as a quarterback, because instead of forcing something on third down, how about him buying some time outside of the pocket, waiting for someone to come open? And when he did, he put it on him for a big play and a first down.
What are you doing? You can't get past me.
2nd and 5 now. Wentz. This is caught by his tight end, Logan Thomas. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12.
I got it. Mike 48. Mike 48.
Looking to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. That's already the third time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught one of the three.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
Right there. 54. Right there. Right there. 54.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And this is taken in at the 5. Touchdown, Washington. Jahan Dotson, 40 yards. And the Commanders put the Knights' first points on the board as they take the early lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he will be brought out here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6. 2 yards on the first down carry, and then followed up by 2 yards on the 2nd down carry.
Well, that's definitely not going to be enough to get the job done. Wasn't the expression 3 yards in a cloud of dust?
Now they're going to need 6 on 3rd down to keep the drive going. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Rush in. Rush in.
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Not a huge carry there on first down, but not all of them will be. But still, all in all, a positive play for the offense. It's all about picking up at least a few to set up what you're going to do here on 2nd down.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Garoppolo. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. He'll drop to throw. And that is incomplete.
But they certainly came out firing in this one, and while that one was incomplete, I can't imagine that'll be the last shot that they take in this game.
Tight end right. Tight end right.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he is going to have the Niners first down as they manage to convert, and that'll keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line. That throw, Charles, over the middle of the field, and a few too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation, too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw, or maybe the ball's tipped, or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
Here's Gibson to start the drive. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
48's Mike. 48's Mike. It's coming this way. Coming this way. Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Wentz. Escaping the pressure right. That's going to be caught downfield by McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, 54 yards. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now 14-0. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. Sly set to boot it. taken at about the 1. And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Charles, it's kind of gut check time. Look, I know it's early, first quarter, just their second drive of the game, but they've already thrown the interception, given up the score. You're down double digits. They got to figure out something, and pretty quickly here.
No doubt about it. And when we look at that sideline, I'm sure you're observing the same thing I am. I don't like the body language at all. They look like they're in a state of stunned disbelief. So to me, we always talk about someone stepping up and making a big play. I think it would behoove them if multiple guys step up and make big plays right now. They need something positive to happen, and they need for it to happen now.
From the 41, Garoppolo. Samuel bringing in the slant. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 44-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. McCaffrey running up the middle. Down to the 42, second down. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Throwing now is Garoppolo. And here's Mitchell with a catch out of the backfield. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. To throw, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Ayuk, complete. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback?
That's it, baby.
Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused and avoid major mistakes like that.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. On 2nd and goal, Purdy. Under pressure now, and he's going to go down. Sacked back around the 8. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. Can they convert now on 3rd and goal? Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
And the 39-year-old veteran puts it right through, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3 and out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. So for this offense, Charles, remember drive 1 made it to the end zone. Drive 2 resulted in a touchdown as well. Now they'll try to make it 3 for 3.
Yeah, and you know, they told us all week that this was...
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. 1:58 left to play till we hit halftime. They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. And here's another tackle made at the line. So they're converging well on the football now. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a third down.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about a different style of running in order to get this guy going.
He'll get this into the hands of Ayuk. And he is going to have a Niners first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Being chased, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. Here's another first and goal, but from a little further back this time following the penalty. Working from the gun, Garoppolo steps away to his under pressure again, and down he goes again. They'll try again on second and goal after going backwards to the 12. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Call it no gain that time, and now it's third and goal. So stuff for no gain on second down brings up a pretty interesting third from this distance.
I'm throwing the ball, and I'm not even thinking about play pass. I'm going to let them know right away I'm throwing it, but I'm probably giving my
touchdown 49ers. George Kittle in the final seconds of the first half. And the 49ers are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. So they get their tight end away from the line to the outside, and he works his way in for 6.
Tight ends are not just blockers anymore. I don't know how many more times we need examples, but here's a great one. Gets to the outside, they give him the ball pretty quickly, and they trust him to get those extra yards, and boy, did he come through, bowling his way into the end zone after the nice catch.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything.
Hey, man, watch the boot, watch the boot.
Trying to shake off the interception, he'll look to throw. And he fumbled it. It's on the ground. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. And that play just looked a little helter-skelter from the start. That's the risk as a quarterback. Once you take off with that football, you might fumble it, and he did.
And he was going for the reward, which is gaining yardage, breaking down a defense. But you're right about the risk. Always lurking out there, someone always trying to get to the football. Try to find a place to cover up and slide and protect what you've earned.
Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The 49ers going to have the football and trailing on the scoreboard as we get back underway on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. And Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
56 yards rushing on 12 carries for him now.
At halftime, you had to feel like the defense had to be in a good position. They had to feel good about themselves. They'd had this guy boxed in all game long, but after that run, that might be the breakthrough that he's looking for. Now they may have some difficulty dealing with him the rest of today.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Shotgun now with Purdy. And he slides and covers up at the end as he's going to be able to pick up decent yardage.
The defense did its job of taking away a quick throw, but that's only half the battle because they've got to get to him before he can make a run for it. A little bit late containing him there, so he makes a nice gain out of a play that looked like it was in trouble.
And able to haul it in is Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle his second touchdown of the night. And the 49ers have taken the lead here in this third quarter.
I know we often laugh, and sometimes we even exalt the guys who are great trash talkers and give us some really funny lines. But the bottom line is absolute production on the field. His second touchdown of the game.
And he's going to go down. Can't get rid of it, so a sack on the two-point try. And this is going to be covered up by Washington. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On first down, right back to Gibson. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Now Wentz. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards the pickup. First down, Washington.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch. I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
Running the sweep with McLaurin. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. On second down, a run with Gibson. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
That's it, baby.
To throw, it's Wentz. And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3.
Watch the slant. 57.
Wentz going to go on 4th down. And he comes back with one complete. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. McKissick will score. Touchdown, Commanders. That almost looked too easy, and I think thanks goes to the offensive line for making it look easy.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one. I'm not sure how much everyone understands the preparations that go into a game for an offensive line, because there's a reason that running backs and quarterbacks give them big gifts at the end of a season after a big year. The consistency and the continuity it takes to know each other and execute their blocks is pretty impressive.
Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead is now 2. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Check 31, check 31.
They'll try to get the running game going with McCaffrey. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Looking to throw, Garoppolo gets this one to Juszczyk. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers.
Hold on a second. Was that the fullback? That was the fullback. Who says it? The slot receivers are the only guys who can catch the football and get big yardage after the catch. Really nice job there, showing good hands and an ability to get upfield.
66 yards on the ground for him now as he's done that on 15 carries.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
On first down, Garoppolo. Throw left side. McCaffrey's got it. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup of someone trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those too.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
As this old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out high. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
I got it. Check nickel, nickel, nickel.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 19. 3 quarters in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Oh, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Another important fourth quarter series coming up. That last INT helping to maintain their slim advantage. They'll start on the ground with Gibson. And he'll be marked down at the 26 with a gain of 7. On 2nd down, here's Gibson again. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
And that's a nice pickup of a first down on that 2nd down run. And at that yardage gained, they can run that play on any down.
54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 1st and 10, here's Wentz. Now look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Tashawn Gibson. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's right.
Anytime we have a defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game tilted. Someone had to make a big play, and the way the defenses were dominating, that's exactly what we got.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. And he's got it. So the 2-point conversion is good, and they add on to their fourth quarter lead. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And they have to try and move past that pick 6 because now they're dealing with a fourth quarter deficit. And they need this drive to end in points. From the 22, here's 2nd and 8.
82, 82.
57. Mike, 57. So we got man.
Now Wentz. Middle of the field, he's got McLaurin. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ram.
Hey, alert 3.
Hey, 74.
Gibson here running out of the gun. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Let's go.
Great.
18 more yards. That's another Washington Commanders first down.
Kill.
1st and 10 at the 50-yard line.
57's Mike. Mike, 57. Let's go, defense. Our time.
From midfield, here's Wentz. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
They'll be hoping to work a little clock and try to add on to this slim fourth quarter lead. But whatever happens on this drive, certainly a huge fumble recovery by their defense at this juncture.
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw.
And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle.
And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
This game has been a lesson, a clinic in how to throw the football. I mean, even with a big lead, they're not turning off the engine. They're not getting off the gas at all. They plan to keep going at them, and it's working for them.
Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the 1st down run. He gets maybe 3. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Now Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete.
And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Garoppolo looking to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback. Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them.
Now, he's got a man complete. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter.
Now Joey Sly for the point after.
And they have taken the lead here in this 4th quarter.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And I hate to point to that missed field goal from their last drive, but you look at the scoreboard, they would be in the lead if they had that 3.
Well, no doubt those points or those missed points do loom large, but here they're getting a chance for a makeup, aren't they? Almost like my time in school, I was always begging my teachers for a makeup exam. Here's their opportunity now to put those points on the board.
And every point becoming more vital here in the second half. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
This offensive line flat out cannot handle this pass rush. We've seen it demonstrated time and time again to the tune of 7 sacks in this game thus far.
Check 99. Check the
Purdy to throw. And the comeback may stall out. It's intercepted.
Picked by Kendall Fuller.
And he will bring this one back. It is a pick six for a Washington touchdown.
Well, dare I say it, it's kind of quid pro quo. Both defenses now with an interception return for a touchdown.
Your vocabulary, sir. Well done.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And the lead is up to 8.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield.
And a fun, close ball game comes to an end. On that last play, Charles, they were on the wrong side of midfield. They needed something near a miracle, and they couldn't get it done.
Yeah, the effort, that was good. Very good, in fact. They were just a little too far out to get a decent look at the end zone for that last opportunity. Couldn't get it done, but a nice game overall.
Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gordon. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk. I'm a time bomb that's waiting to go off. Quite nuclear, amazing what fame could do to you. Too peculiar, although I'm truly a renaissance starter. My mind divine, it take me a lot farther. Growing up, I really had beef with my father. But why bother explaining my feelings? Try harder, but either way they gon' paint you the villain. 8 months with no phone, dog, we aiming for brilliance. High level maintaining the building, we making a killing. Alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. A wise man told me that silence never betrayed him. Keep your mouth shut, cause got ultimatums. Stupid situations, the tongue often creates them. The motor mouth is usually causing mayhem.
Lil' tune, flow sinister, I'ma finish him. Many men gon' need ministers, I'm aiming them. Enemies, I'm the enema, I'ma on them. Just like my keys, drop my on a dinner work. My thoughts I keep confidential, it's consequential. Philosophies unidentical, I'm not into you. My Siamese brother Benjamin, that's how I stick to him.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers
and the Washington Commanders.
Oh, and how about this? An onside kick to start the game. Oh, I think the Niners got it back. Yes, San Fran recovers.
Here we go. 180!
Check.
11.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Alert flare.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Calling no gain on the game's first play. And it's second down now. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again.
And a good push there defensively as they stop him at the 48. Gain of just 1. Well done to sniff that out defensively. He had it diagnosed pretty quickly.
I love that description because diagnosed is perfect on that one. Read his keys, made the play, and he couldn't even get going moving the football.
Check 43. Pick the edge.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down.
And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, I'm quite sure that they envisioned a much better start to this game when they practiced all week. But they failed on that 3rd down play. That brings up 4th down, and they'll probably have to punt it away.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. A surprising move here on the opening drive of the game. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson.
And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
No chance.
81.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Throwing now is Wentz.
And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
The turnover put them in great field position. They don't want to squander it with 3rd down coming up.
No, not at all. And you know what else you do? You make your defense mad.
Yeah.
They got you the football, gave you a great opportunity. You got to cash in and get some points.
This is caught inside the 15.
And he's going to be taken down right at the 10-yard line.
A very early momentum changer there. Actually a dream killer for the defense because they forced a 3rd down. Felt like they had a good chance to get off the field defensively, and then they got hit with that big play.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, 2nd down. On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And he's got his man in stride, complete.
Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas.
A 7-yard touchdown grab.
And the Commanders are on the board first here this afternoon. The extra point by Sly is up and good.
And it's now a 7-0 game.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. Taken at the goal line. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on 4th down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown, so now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
Garoppolo's throw pulled in by Kittle.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That's a really nice, tough run inside, and they gained 5 yards on it. And to be frank about it, most offenses don't expect to get 5 yards on a play call like that. So when they do, they go back to their huddle with a little pep in their steps. They're starting to think that they're starting to dominate the line of scrimmage.
Just a gain of a couple there. And now it's 3rd and 3. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he appears to be about 2 feet short on 3rd and 3. Leaves him with a 4th and 1.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
And he finds Tyler Croft. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
And Lance going to throw.
And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time.
17. Ultra.
Watch the whip. Watch the
After the sack on 1st down, Lance. And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple defenders there to drop him for a loss of 4.
And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by Cole Holcomb. And the Commanders are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 24-yard line. But just a lot going on there in the middle of the field, and this one winds up a turnover.
Yeah, they're running a crossing route here, and the idea of it is to get defenders confused about who to go with. But if you throw it too early, sometimes it's your quarterback that gets confused, and here he throws it into coverage and gets it intercepted.
Pick me up. Here we go.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. Flush to his right. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
So much about defending the pass is being able to be right there at the moment the ball gets to the receiver, and he was right in his hip pocket, helping force that incompletion.
Eluding the pressure right. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
57. Mike, 57.
All day.
Throwing his Wentz.
All right. Let's go, D. Let's
He rifles one that's intercepted.
Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 33.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line.
Check hot route. Hot. Hey, switch gears.
Try to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it'll be 2nd down.
We got three, fellas. We got 3.
This is McCaffrey on the give. It's a gain of 6, moves him to a manageable 3rd and 2 situation.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
21. Here we go.
3rd down, here's McCaffrey. And he's got the 1st down as he's up to the 45-yard line.
20. Hey, alert.
Garoppolo now, 1st down throw.
And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down.
I'm going to come back to you.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo.
Turn it up.
That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
Garoppolo. Thrown across his body, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Bobby McCain. There he goes, right side.
And he will bring this one back. An interception return for a Commanders touchdown. Well, there's a reason they call him a ball-hawking safety. It looked like he read that, Charles, and he wasn't stopping there. After he got it, he took it all the way to the house to widen their lead.
And what's interesting to me, Brandon, is that our spotter, Bruce Murray, right before that snap, pointed to his number on my play sheet. Got to see him a little bit as a ball hawk and a return man that time, didn't we? That's just the type of play they expect from him, and he delivers in a big way. Nice call, Bruce.
This fielded right at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here.
Back-to-back 4-yard runs. Now, look, if they just do that all the way downfield, ball ends up in the end zone, but that's a little difficult to do.
Yeah, I think now 3rd and 2, that defense ready to stiffen up and stop that run.
And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th.
Here we go.
65, 65.
They'll go for it. It's Garoppolo. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cole Holcomb, and the Commanders are going to take possession of the football. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking a little bit. That's 3 interceptions, and now interceptions here on back-to-back drives.
And I think about what a Hall of Fame coach told me, that he always told his teams, when a mistake happens, just move on to the next play. Let it go. Hard to do when you've thrown this many interceptions. That's exactly the attitude that has to be adopted.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I think the defense surprised him there with that blitz on 1st down, but give him credit. Stayed cool under pressure and still found a way through the extra rushers for positive yardage. Well done.
Yeah.
From the 29, Wentz.
Got a man. It's De'Ami Brown, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0.
First and 10 at the 21-yard line. 180. The 48 right now. Let's go. And kill.
Cut. 48's Mike. 48's Mike.
All day, baby. All day.
Check. 48's the Mike.
Play action. Now Wentz.
Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. Touchdown, Washington.
From 21 yards away.
And the Commanders take a 3-touchdown lead. Well, I don't think that we're ready yet to say the route is on, but they have certainly looked near flawless here this first half, and now an extra point away from making it 21-0.
Yeah, and your experience led you to say that, because we have both seen those 21-0 leads come and go in this league. But this one feels pretty darn secure. And here's the other part. Even when people chip away at it, it forces you into being almost perfect on the other side, doesn't it, in order to try and mount a comeback.
This one fielded at the 5. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
Go ahead.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here, because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession. But I think this has to be the possession where they come up with an answer, because only a few teams in league history have ever come back from a 4-score deficit. And if they don't score here, that's what they could be facing the next time they get the ball.
21.
Here we go. You go tight.
Go ahead.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And he brings this up to the 46. Good enough for the first. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
Here we go. 180.
Ready?
12, fellas. Here we go.
Kill!
On first down, this is McCaffrey. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense, rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front, because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
I got him.
To throw on second and 10. Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this will be a 52-yard attempt. That's running out of steam, and it won't get there. He left it just short, no good, and that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And they've got it. They recovered it. Wait, hang on now, though. There's a penalty flag down.
Here we go. Like 20.
Hey, get in the weight room. Check.
They'll run with McCaffrey. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
White. Kill.
Second down and right back to McCaffrey. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And the Commanders are going to take over here up near the 40. Well, still down quite a bit here, several scores, but yeah, at least that's a start, Charles, getting the interception here. And look, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so this thing not done yet.
You're right about that, Brandon. This defense, they haven't quit on this game. They stayed with it and got an interception and handed the ball back to their offense. And what you wonder about is the team that just threw that interception, they've got to be careful about developing a sense of complacency and thinking this game is over.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging into our second half blowout material. Now a play fake. Wentz sliding out of the pocket. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Oh, that's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't 3rd down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the 1st down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Mike 48.
All day, baby, all day.
Back to the air on 2nd down. Wentz.
I'm coming.
Got a man. It's Gibson complete. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line. They'll run with Gibson.
A nice burst there as he'll take this inside the 30 to the 28-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11.
Well, CD a lot of times like to separate speed and quickness, and they've got a back that's both. We know that he's fast in the open field, but, man, his first step is so quick, too.
It is something, isn't it? Because you think of that type of speed getting to the perimeter and turning upfield, but also when you run those inside runs, he can get into the secondary so fast the linebackers don't have a chance to react.
Mike, 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Watch 54.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wentz dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
Jim, hey, Jim, empty.
They'll go. It's Gibson. Gibson gets hit, and he fumbles it.
And now this is scooped up by the 49ers.
Well, number one on the list of things not to do when you're up 3 scores in the 3rd, that right there, give the football away.
I love when you speak like that. You know how doctors talk about taking the Hippocratic oath, first do no harm? You just did the football-cratic one right there. Don't give the ball away when you have a lead that you can lock this game down with.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And that one going nowhere from the start as he's met in the backfield and goes backwards. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they got to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
They do go for it. It's Garoppolo. And Garoppolo wisely, given his injury history, sliding to the ground there after picking up the first down. And the drive stays in motion with a nice 8-yard pickup on 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Cameron Curl, and the Commanders are going to take over at their own 41.
Well, they definitely figured out something defensively at halftime, Charles. That's now 2 drives and 2 interceptions here in this 3rd quarter.
And I think the easy thing for us to say is, boy, they made an adjustment, didn't they? Or they showed him something different. I'm not so sure it's that as much as maybe he's just been impatient and forced the ball a little bit. In any event, as you noted, back-to-back interceptions thrown.
Rolling to his right. And he just gets rid of it. Throws it away. A wise move there. Looked like nobody open. Now 2nd down.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary. All of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Push him back. Push him back. Mike's 5-4. Mike's 5-4.
On 2nd and 10. Wentz flushed out right. And that'll be incomplete.
A couple of quick incompletions, and now they're just 1 more away from getting off the field. They've got options now. Could they dial up a blitz here or just drop everyone into coverage to crowd the throwing lanes?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the out. 57's the mic. Watch 57. Squeeze, double. 57's the mic.
On play action, Wentz. And he finds McLaurin. He's got room at the 30, and he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line.
shotgun handoff to Gibson.
And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. We have played 3 quarters. This is the National Football League on EA Sports.
You gonna see nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
54's Mike. 54's Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Wentz.
It's our time.
And he's going to go down. They sack him back right around the 30.
Wentz and the Commanders staring down a 3rd and long now after that sack.
Back to throw.
You ain't got nothing.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Give him 8 yards that time on the scramble, and now 4th down.
I thought he did a pretty good job there to get back what he could, but let's face it, that sack on 2nd down, talk about throwing a wrench into the work.
And he'll try and throw here on the fake. And all the gamble fails. It's incomplete. They pass up the 3, fake it. It doesn't work. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like 1 possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do they? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out. That was a good run, and it got to the 2nd level. And what I mean by that is that's where the linebackers usually play. First level being the defensive front, last level being the secondary. But the strong safety position ended up making the tackle. And oftentimes, we call them a hybrid. Combination defensive back, combination linebacker. We saw the linebacker make the stop.
13.
Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction.
21. Here we go.
Move.
Now Garoppolo, gotta have this one. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he is going to have a 49ers first down on a well-designed play there. That gets him 16 to move the chains.
Here we go. Hey, alert!
Here's Garoppolo to throw. They'll find Ayuk open right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out.
Here we go. Hey, come on.
Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. And now here is another interception. Picked by Kendall Fuller. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line.
Well, there's 2 sides to this coin. I mean, on one side, 5 interceptions now thrown for him. That's tough. But, man, this defense, they have been ball hawking and impressive. But, Charles, let's flip it back over. If you're coaching a quarterback that's struggling this much at this stage of the game, do you maybe try to get him out?
I would think about it. I think about it awfully hard. But also, you might want to look into his eyes, see what he has. He might be one of those players that you don't want to affect his confidence by actually pulling him out of the game. So you have to know your player. You have to know the situation.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll get 13 yards for the 2nd play in a row.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now, I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We've got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Let's get off the field, D.
Here we go, Pac-Man. Blue 80. Rip 5-7.
Slant.
Go.
10. Under 10. 10.
They fake the give. Now Wentz.
Got this complete to Jahan Dotson.
Touchdown, Washington.
Jahan Dotson, 50 yards. And the Commanders up the lead to 4 scores now here in this 4th quarter. Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And that makes the score 28-0.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
It's been a tough go for them. Still without any points here in the fourth quarter and a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board. So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
5 yards on first down, but now just a 1-yard pickup there on second.
Here we go. 180. Come on, baby, come on. Check three.
From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Garoppolo now. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And he is going to lose yardage here. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Get your swerve on.
Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle.
And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 45-yard line.
To throw is Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And to the 36-yard line, taken down there after getting 8 yards. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go.
Joker. 21. Check 26.
Now whistles here, and I think one of the big boys for the 49ers might have jumped. Now after the false start, here's 2nd and 7. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
Well, we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree.
And my goodness, another interception.
And the Commanders are going to get the football here at their own 40-yard line.
How about one last great play defensively, and that should, for all intents and purposes, finish off this shutout.
That's as good a defensive performance as we've seen in a long time. And I know as a team they will celebrate, but I will guarantee you the defensive guys, they'll get together somewhere and have their own private celebration. A shutout, that's something to be cherished.
I'm on.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
I'm coming after you. 82.
Wentz to throw.
Mike, 54. Pick it up.
And that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go.
Well, their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
I'm coming. 57's the mark.
Here's Wentz to throw.
They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Well, one team clearly was in control from the start in this one, Charles. They had things humming on the offensive end, a few passing touchdowns, and then their secondary on defense really helped to pitch this shutout.
Yeah, they certainly did, Brandon, and let's face it, it may be cliche, but that secondary, they brought their no-fly zone sides to this one, didn't they? Shut down everything in the airways, and conversely, their own offense had its way through the air. They made sure their passing game was humming.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.
The Commanders pick up the victory as we say so long from our nation's capital.